So let's talk about something that can be, honestly, pretty confusing. The real cost of laser hair removal right here in Singapore. If you've been thinking about it, you're definitely going to want to stick around for this explainer. You know that feeling where you look at a price list and it feels like you need a math degree to figure it out? Yeah, you're not the only one. Between all the different packages, the per session rates, and the various technologies, it's a lot. But we're going to cut through all that noise today. And look, this isn't just a hunch. The numbers prove it. A recent survey found that for a massive 87% of clients, confusing and unclear pricing was their #1 frustration. That really shows you just how big of a problem this is.
And that's why we're seeing industry leaders step up with this kind of commitment. So inspired by that philosophy, that's exactly what we're going to do here. Pull back the curtain and show you what the real costs look like without any of the marketing spin.
Okay, first things first, let's tackle the real cost question. Because really, it's not about the price of a single session, it's about the total long-term investment you're making to get the smooth skin you're after. And that leads us straight into a really important idea, what we call the 5-year cost trap. This is how things that look cheap at first can, believe it or not, end up costing you an absolute fortune down the line. It all boils down to this one fundamental choice. Are you going for a temporary fix that has you paying over and over again, or are you investing once in a solution that's actually permanent? Now, let's just look at the math, because it's pretty wild. That monthly waxing appointment, at about $100 a pop, it doesn't seem too bad, but over 5 years, you could be looking at over $7,000. Now, compare that to a full course of modern SHR laser. Even when you factor in maintenance, the total cost is way, way less. It's just a completely different financial picture. All right, next up, technology's impact on price. So you've decided you want a permanent solution. Great. But why are the prices still all over the place? Well, a huge piece of that puzzle is the technology the clinic is using. You're going to hear 2 main acronyms thrown around. IPL, which is kind of the old school way, and SHR, which is the modern gold standard. And trust me, the difference isn't just about the price tag. It affects everything from comfort to how many sessions you'll actually need to see results. So why is SHR seen as a better investment? Well, for starters, it's about 97% less painful than traditional IPL. Ouch. And this is a big one for us here in Singapore. It's also been found to be 25% more effective for Asian skin. Plus, it works on almost all skin and hair types, you need fewer sessions, and it can slash ingrown hairs by up to 90%. It's a real game changer. And this isn't just some theory. Aesthetic directors are seeing it every day. They talk about clients coming in so frustrated after paying for a dozen or more IPL sessions with barely anything to show for it. Then they switch to SHR, and boom, they're seeing a 70% hair reduction in just 6 sessions. That's a huge difference in the real world. Okay, let's talk about another big factor in your total cost, how you actually pay. Are you going session by session, or are you buying a package? This choice can make a massive difference to your wallet. Just take a look at this chart. If you pay for 12 sessions one at a time, that's your most expensive option, right at the top. But look what happens when you commit to a 6-session package, and even better, a 12-session package. The cost per session drops, big time. The lesson here is pretty clear. If you're serious about finishing the treatment, packages are almost always the smarter way to go. And the savings can get even better. For example, by committing to an annual plan instead of paying month to month, you could save an extra 20%. That's a serious discount if you know you're in it for the long haul. Now, for anyone who wants to treat multiple areas, the whole shebang, like legs, underarms, and Brazilian, this is where unlimited monthly plans become amazing. We're talking savings of up to 40% compared to paying for each of those areas one by one. All right, finally, let's talk about finding your true value. This goes beyond just your first set of treatments. It's about what happens next, a question that, honestly, a lot of people forget to even ask. And this is where something called a lifetime maintain mode or a similar loyalty program is so valuable. Basically, the best clinics have a plan that kicks in after you're done with your main sessions, giving you huge discounts on any future touch-ups you might need. I mean, just look at how much you could save with a plan like this. A Brazilian maintenance session that would normally cost almost $190 could drop all the way down to $99. This is what turns hair removal from a never-ending expense into a one-time investment with really affordable upkeep for life.
So, to make sure you're getting the best deal, here are the 3 questions you absolutely need to ask any provider you're considering. Number 1, what is the total cost for a full course with all fees included? No surprises. 2, what tech are you using and why is it the best choice for my skin? And 3, what's the plan after my initial sessions are done? Do you have a maintenance program?
And really, it all comes down to this one simple question. As you're looking at all your options, just ask yourself, am I about to pay for another temporary fix, or am I ready to invest in a real, permanent solution? The choice is all yours. Thanks for joining us.